Hello parents and students, this is giving you a quick tour of my website that I'm creating to further help you and help students out. This will be the main page of my website. When you come to my website, it'll look like this. Alright, so some of the main things you need to know from my website. This is for students right here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. This is where I'm going to be uploading material that will help them for the week. You can also access this by hovering over Virtual School, and you'll see these same links right here. Don't click on it, just hover over it, or you can click right here. You got 2 ways to go to it. So for example, if I went to 5th grades, at the top, I got information about writing paragraphs, transitional words, simple paragraphs, and now I'm going to be starting with different weeks, things that they're working on. And I have some of my own personal videos as well as other videos that I find that are really good for what they're currently working on and for when I feel like Edmentum definitely does not give enough for them to understand. So there's even videos that has the week preview. This week preview is what I'm trying to send out to students at the beginning of each week to let them know about different grades and things coming up. You can watch that with them as well so that you can see what kind of things they're going to be graded on. And I usually offer tips and tricks and help within these videos. So for this week, 5th grade is going to be doing exponents. So I got some videos related to exponents. I got comparing settings in a story, physical and chemical changes, and I'm trying to put in some quizzes here. These are optional, they're for practice, they're just for fun, but it can help you out. So I go with 4th grade. You'll see 4th grade has something very similar related to what they're working on as well. It'll be the same exact way with 3rd grade also. But all this relates to what they're working on for the week. Another important area is the learning apps and programs. I feel like Edmentum does not really give enough feedback or give enough practice on a lot of things. So these are some apps that can help out. Epic Books is where they can go and read books during the day. I believe during the day they can read as many books as they want, but then Epic for some reason turns weird after like 4 or 5 and then won't let them read as many. Prodigy, pretty much every kid loves Prodigy. This is something my daughter uses every day. It's kind of like a mixture of Pokemon and Wizards meets math. Every student has a profile. They'll technically create their profile using these codes. That way they can remember their own password and stuff, so I don't have to send that. But for whatever grade level they have, you'll use this code, and I got a video also on how to log in and create that. Dreamscapes is something completely new. It's definitely more of a challenge for those seeking a challenge for language arts and for strategy, because it definitely is part of a strategy game as well, but it also deals with a lot of language arts. SC Discus has a lot of awesome sites, more books to use. There's even, Epic Books is good, but when you can't use Epic Books, there's Tumble Books and different things on here that I'll later read tons of books, Brain Pop. Anything that needs a username or password, you just use this right here. Freckle is probably, I think, the best out of everything because these go exactly by South Carolina standards, which Edmentum doesn't always technically do. So I highly recommend every child working in Freckle. This will be my class code. I've created every child a profile. The only thing they need to know is their name. Their username is their name, and that will help them to get logged in. If you're ever online and you need math manipulatives like counters, anything like that to use, I have a link to that as well, so you don't have to worry about printing out pages and stuff like Edmentum wants you to do. So this is a very useful place. I highly recommend students work in these areas as well. I have an announcements section where I'm posting like announcements that I send to you guys, that I send to students. I'm just having another way to keep up with this. Sometimes Remind you can't read it as well, so you can go check here and you can see exactly like what I'm sending to students. Like this is an email I sent to students yesterday in case you want to see what I'm sending them. This is the Remind I sent to everyone yesterday, and it's just much easier to read here, as you can tell. Parent support, their standards and different things like that. Contact, my email and Remind. And this is for 4th grade science. Since it doesn't go exactly what 4th graders need, I'm building a 4th grade science section to help cover the actual standards and stuff that they should be covering. Fourth graders, I highly recommend just watching these and checking it out. It's nothing that you have to do. It's completely optional. But probably South Carolina will give a state test in science this year for fourth graders. So I just highly recommend just checking this out whenever you get a chance. So this is just a tour of my website. Students should be trying to use this whenever they need help with anything. Oh yeah, virtual school, I'm sorry. I forgot about clicking on virtual school. This is where you find all the videos that I'm giving parents to help with navigation tips, to find out about projects and different things like that. So make sure to check those out as well. All right, thank you everybody.